My son was calling me. Yeah, but we're fine. Your next comment, one more time for Belle. Your next comment comes from all the way from Wheeling, West Virginia. Everybody put your hands together for Sean Bishop.
Thanks. I have a brother. He's a chemical engineer. He's a really smart guy. My brother has a brother. He's a comedian. He's not that funny. Great start. I had a friend named Elle. Elle was elegant. I had a friend named Ed, and Ed was educated. I had a friend named Dre, and Dre had dreams. And now I have a friend named Bob, and he's a no-good fucking Italian. You can't trust a damn thing the WAP says. Back on track. What do you guys think's harder for a priest, baptizing a cat or making pussy wet? Are all blind men Nazis? Was haben Frauen in Hargenaten gemeinsam? Leist du den Ring an, bist dein Haus weg? That's a really funny joke in German. Don't know if any of you guys speak German. If you don't, it's alright. I don't either. We'll just have to deal with it. This is going a lot worse than I'm expecting. Alright, we'll keep going. I went to college in Kaiser, West Virginia. Kaiser is a town located in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains. And the town's down in the valley, and up in the hills, there's a bunch of windmills. We used to go party up at the windmills. We'd be up there drinking, smoking, listening to music. We'd always listen to bands like Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath. Not because any of us were into that music, but man, those windmills, they're big metal fans. There's a lot of sayings in the English language, but if there's one saying everyone here needs to remember, it's that you can lead a horse to water, but you probably shouldn't fuck them. When I was 13, I went to Michigan at Penn State football game. I knew some of the coaches at Michigan, and they gave me a bunch of Michigan gear. And when I was there, I went to the bathroom. On my way back from the bathroom, some drunk Penn State fan spit on me, which sucked, but definitely not the worst thing to happen to a kid at that stadium. Okay, the fucking really shitty dad jokes don't work, but fucking a rape joke does. You guys are fucked up. People use the expression hit a nail right on top of the head a lot. I think we need to start checking these nails for CTE before they start beating their wives. Really surprised I was never molested as a child. I grew up in the Catholic Church. I was in the Boy Scouts. My next door neighbor went to prison for statutory rape. And then a neighbor out by our cabin, when he died, they went through his cabin. They found boxes of child pornography, which means either I wasn't their type or my mom was lying to me about how cute of a kid I was. Cool. I need to remember my fucking jokes. Doing well so far, but let's think. My name's Sean Bishop. I have a goal in life to be the most famous Sean Bishop, which is fortunate because there's not many of us. Like, if you guys think about it, in 1981, The second overall draft pick in the NBA draft was a guy by the name of Isaiah Thomas. And in 1989, a woman in Washington State decided to name her son after him. And that Isaiah Thomas grew up to be one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. How fortunate am I that they weren't named Sean Bishop, because my dream would have ended the moment I got cut from the 6th grade basketball team. Luckily for me, I just have to be more famous than actor Sean Bishop. Exactly. Who the fuck's that guy? Turns out actor Sean Bishop's famous for one movie role where he played the eldest son to the main character in the 1977 classic Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Which means right now, as an open mic comic, I'm the second most famous Sean Bishop, right behind a guy that's been out of work for 45 years. If you guys can leave here tonight and remember I'm Sean Bishop, I'll be the most famous Sean Bishop in front of a guy that I can only assume is a homeless man on the streets of Hollywood that once played a secondary character in a movie about communicating with aliens. And I hate alien movies. Because they're always about how do we communicate with the aliens. It's not the problem, guys. What we should be worried about is can the aliens communicate with spiders? Because if the aliens just show up and decide to wipe out the human race, it turns out they're a bunch of racists. If they can communicate with spiders, turns out I'm the racist. I don't know if you guys have heard of this Hitler fellow, but let me drop some numbers on you. He's famous for this thing called the Holocaust, where he killed 66% of the Jews in Europe. I've killed 100% of the spiders I've ever fucking seen. Which means if the aliens can communicate with spiders, I'm going to be the dickhead in every alien history book that try to wipe the entire species off their planet. But if a spider genocide makes me the next Hitler, I'll own it. I'll vow to kill every last one of those 8-legged fucks. Because every single person in here knows who Hitler is, and not damn one of you knew who actor Sean Bishop was, and I play to win. Curiosity killed the cat, but if you don't let the cat out of the bag, suffocation killed the cat. Cool. Well, I'm Sean Bishop. You can follow me on TikTok, whatever. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
Sean Bishop, everybody!